Hi, welcome Vijay.
Hello. Yeah. Hi.
So I'll start with an introduction for you and then we can start the session. Okay. So hello everyone, good evening and welcome to today's industry session with Mr. Vijay Pravin Maharajan. So we are glad to have you here today. So Mr. Vijay is currently the founder and CEO of bitsCrunch, an analytics firm which is currently in Bitcoin blockchain ecosystem along which provides AI-enabled security services. He's also a data analytics expert in cooperation with Siemens and has previously worked with Volkswagen and Telephonic. Then he has given a lot of lectures at very international conferences, educational institutes, and has been a TEDx speaker at TEDx Defendorf. So today Vijay will be talking about data analytics in the world of blockchain. These are quite trending fields today. And first, he will start off with a gentle introduction to both of these topics. Then he will talk about how data analytics can be blended with blockchain. And finally, he will talk about some data storytelling and then some career opportunities. Then we will take the session to a small Q&A and finally end the session. So welcome again, Vijay, and over to you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Hiren and team. So I would like to take this moment to thank the team at Insaid and whoever who is behind this session. So right from contacting me and until creating posters and doing social media waves. So it has been a pleasure working with such a team uh, which is doing things neat and clear and transparent. So I'd love to be a part of such a great community. So yeah, with that, thanks, and I would like to probably introduce myself a little bit before going into this topic, and also let's say introduce
I'll
a
allow you
little.
to screen share if you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Perfect.
Yeah.
So cool. Do I see the screen the same way that I see?
Not yet.
Okay. So yeah, it's evening in India. I guess
Yeah.
most of the participants are from India, and then I would like to appreciate you guys first of all. I could see more than 100 plus here on
Yeah.
Zoom, and also several hundreds on YouTube as well, which is pleasing because for me it is still 3:30 in the afternoon. So just shortly after lunch, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, it is close to 8 o'clock, right? There in
Yeah.
India.
It's 8:05 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So great evening for you guys. Um, so the way that I do sessions off late, especially during this pandemic, because I used to give a lot of talks across the globe. Because I've been a TEDx speaker, been on
Yeah.
TEDx stage a couple of times, and represented Siemens and Volkswagen on various stages. But now being part of bitsCrunch, I would like to keep the session engaging, because this is one thing that I learned that it's good in a way because it keeps people engaging. So the first question for you guys would be, where are you from? Let's put it that way. Just keep the comments flowing. Please don't unmute yourself and bombard the call with a lot of noises. Yeah, I could see people across India. Okay, a lot of
Yeah.
Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Chennai. Okay, Gujarat, Pune. Ah, that's awesome. So guys have tuned in right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir.
Yeah.
If I have to put it in one way.
Yeah.
So amazing, guys. Thanks for the response. Oh, Hamburg. Oh my God.
So we have from Hamburg,
Logged in from Hamburg. Ah, great.
someone from Salt Lake City as well.
Okay, great going. So yes, keep it going, guys, because you know the chat box, you know where it is. I don't have to tell you how to type in an answer. So it's already great. We have received more than 50 responses until now. So yeah, keep it going, and I'll always try to keep the session engaging in a way so that it's dinner time for you. I understand the fact that it is dinner time, and I don't want you guys to rush for the dinner. Rather, I want you to listen to the topic. So, yeah, a little about myself. Feeling hungry? Yes. Yes,
Yeah, it
Vishwa,
happens.
you will get the much deserved dinner in some time. But yeah, I'll make sure your time is worth.
Oh wait, shall I start recording first? I mean, it's
Yeah,
streaming, but I would like to record it as well.
yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for the reminders. Yeah, we can proceed now.
Yes, go ahead. Do I? I mean, do I have to do any spotlight or something? Just for the screen viewing, or
Yeah,
how do
you
I?
can. It's
Yeah,
totally
okay.
up to you.
Okay. Cool. Okay, fine. Whatever it is. Okay. So yeah, a little about myself. I see a couple of guys from Chennai. So yeah, myself, I am from Tirunelveli, which is a smaller city in Tamil Nadu, further down south to Chennai. Did my bachelor's here in India, and then came to Germany in 2012, 2013. So it's been 8 years of life here in Germany. Great, Smets. And yeah, I did my master's in Germany. I did my master's in electrical engineering. So my bachelor's was in electronics and instrumentation. My master's was again in electronics. So here, electronics, computer science, and electrical, it everything comes under electrical hub. So I'll the reason why I say this is the transition that I made. So from being an electrical engineer to data science and now to blockchain, it's not so easy. It's challenging, and I would also like to share my experiences. If somebody from electrical engineering can be one of the top data scientists in India, then of course you all could be one. So that's the bottom line. So yeah, I graduated from TU Munich, which is Technical University of Munich, which is rated equivalent to IITs or even more than IITs in the rankings. Graduated there, and had a chance to work with top German firms like Volkswagen, which is a well-known automaker, and then uh, Siemens, which is headquartered in Munich. It's yes, Umesh, you're right. So yes, having got experience working with companies like Volkswagen and Siemens, that enabled me to grab a lot of industrial insights when it comes to data analytics, data science, and also I enjoy talking. I love talking. So I'm at a TEDx stage. I have been invited as a, in fact, I'm the first Indian to be invited for a TEDx talk here in Germany. And yeah, apart from that, a couple of good accolades that I received in the last year is I was recognized as one of the top 40 under 40 data scientists in India. I mean, I'm not anywhere close to 40, but I'm happy to be receiving that award. And also a fact that I'm one of the top 20 plus inspiring data scientists to be followed on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, uh, there are close to 42 or 43,000 people that follow me on LinkedIn for the work that I do, and not for any sorts of TikToks or Instagram reels. And not to offend TikTokers here. So that's just to say, if you are good at your profession, if you keep doing what you are good at, this can take you to places. And this session can definitely be a start for your amazing journey into data science and blockchain. So yeah, that's in short about me. A guy from an normal middle class family, police dad and a teacher mom, and then went across the borders, came to Germany, and now being treated as one of the industry leaders here in Germany. It took a lot of toll on me. It's not so easy, like I said, because right now we are sitting in 2021 with a lot of videos, a lot of resources for data science or blockchain. But back then, back in 2012 or 2013, I could hardly find any videos or books. Sorry, you're on mute.
almost like an inception for data science and AI, like when big data started coming into the scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So back then it was pretty difficult. So if I could navigate the waves, I could navigate a tsunami that was in front of me back then in 2013 or 13. I believe that at least half of the participants that are here could easily surf through the winds. And I wish I could help you in this journey as well. So if you can take at least a couple of key takeaways from this session, I would be really happy. So whoever who wants to go for a quick dinner, please hold back, sit and enjoy the next few minutes of data science and data analytics, and then I'll take it. You can take it forward. Thanks Pallavi. Thanks a lot. So yeah, how did it all started? So I data for the dinner. Yes, Anil. So how did it all start? So how many of you are into data analytics, or how many of you know what is data analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence? I'd like to gauge the audience just to see where somebody says -1. Good. I mean, if you are a noob, just let me know. Okay. Claim to know now, almost there. Okay. Okay, learning now. Okay, so it's a mix of audience then. So some people are learning. I could see -1s there. I could see +1s there. So it's a mix of things. I could see a lot of data analysts. I could see professionals from Siemens as well. Good, good. We are students of Insaid. Okay, great. So yeah, no clue about AI. Okay. Okay. Learning at a ripe age of 40. Congratulations, Rawat. You should be the inspiration, not me. So yeah, learning doesn't have any reasons or borders. So Rawat, thanks a lot. Mahesh, also 40, learning data science at 40. So you people inspire a lot. So you should be placed in that 40 under 40 list soon. Oh, too many 40s coming up. Great. Great. So yes, where it all start, and how did I start this journey? So like I said, I started as a electronics graduate at TU Munich from in Germany, and I got my first working student opportunity. I mean, the good thing about studying in Germany is you get a part-time engineering role, not just a day job at McDonald's or KFC, but I rather work. You get an opportunity to work in the industry. So that enabled me to join Telefonica, which is O2. So how many of you know O2? O2 can be seen in a lot of football clubs and in football stadiums in UK. They are one of the famous mobile networks in United Kingdom. So I got an opportunity to be as a working student there. To be honest, my first job was to let's say document things. So I started with documentation. I started printing out papers, handing out printouts to the higher officials, and that is how I started my journey. So from being there to becoming one of the top inspiring data scientists, the life has given me a lot of amazing things. I mean, I tend to learn a lot. Let's say if I am speaking to 150 plus students or professionals right now, I tend to learn a lot from this session. I mean, I'll see what's my takeaway from this session. So that's how I take things in my life. So let's say when Insight approached me, I check at their profile. I check at what they do and how they do it. And looking at the profile, I mean, I obviously can understand that the wealth of experience and the number of connections that they have in this space. So that is how you should take it. I mean, learning is the key, and we already have a lot of inspirations among us today who are over 40, 47. I saw somebody writing 47 in this text. So
Yeah.
never stop learning. So always keep doing what you are good at. And I got an internship opportunity at O2 that was related to data science. So uh, so someone was leaving for a maternity break or something. So that's when I got this opportunity. So at that time, 2013, there were no references for data science. So I had to dig in deeper, go to the university library. Luckily for me, my university was ranked 23rd in the globe at that time. I mean, it is still one of the top 25 universities in the world. So with that, with the wealth of experience and the library that they offer, it's awesome. So I have to uh, go into the library day in and day out, dig in materials, limited resources that are available. So with that, I stepped into this data science arena, and slowly I started gaining momentum. So what, as a student, I was doing, I was just translating whatever I do on LinkedIn as a post. So let's say if I build something, if I build some algorithm, if I build work on any ML algorithm, I'll just take it to Twitter or LinkedIn. I'll just Abhijit, cool. So I'll just take it to the social media where I would like to uh, take things to people. So that is how this journey started. So even today, I always would like to give back to the society. So let's imagine a case where I am here in Germany, now have quit high paying job at Siemens, switched to my own venture, bitsCrunch, which is a blockchain analytics firm. It is not so easy, right? I mean, being in India, you can quit jobs, you can switch jobs, you can do it with the amount of commitments that you have, but doing that in Europe is not going to be easy. So I'm proud to be doing that. And I also have got a new baby, my first child, Inia.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. She's 6 months old, and so I feel like raising two babies right now. One is Inia, one is bitsCrunch, and yeah, that is life, right? So never stop learning and always keep exploring things. So data analytics, right?
Yeah.
What is data analytics? What is data science? So do you people recognize any apps that you are using? What are the applications that you're using in your day-to-day life with regards to data science? Exactly. Sanket says cool. Hmm.
You have
Chandralekha.
Uber, Tableau, Amazon, Ola, Paytm. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, every app. Every says every app.
Yeah, apparently.
That is to an extent correct answer, because if you look
Yeah.
at Facebook, if you look at Amazon, eBay, Netflix, so most of the recommendation engines are a product of a data science. So let's say the recommendation engines of YouTube, whatever songs that you get up next is a part of data science algorithm. And what you get on Netflix, yes, I'm a big fan of Money Heist and recently Squid Games. So things pop up after you see something, right? That is a data science thing. So right from chatbots or building any fancy recommendation algorithms or automation stuffs, data science is everywhere. Because look at the examples you guys have written. You have written Amazon, which is a commerce app, LinkedIn, which is a social network for professionals, Facebook is a social media platform, and Uber is a transport, Swiggy is a food chain app. It is everywhere, right? Data science is literally everywhere.
Yeah.
That is the beauty of this space. So with data science, one can easily transition to any industry at any point of time, given the wealth of experience that you have. As that is why you could see the relevance in my career as well. Because I started at Telefonica, where I was working for four and a half years. And then I moved to Volkswagen. Telefonica is a mobile network similar to what Airtel or BSNL is. But then switching from Airtel to, let's say, Ford or Volkswagen, it is a total shift, right? It was not so easy back then, because in other days, people look for relevance. They look for somebody who has experience. But in data science, it nullifies that. So you have to be proud of yourself for taking up such a course in data science, because this has opened a lot of doors for you. And again, look at how I transitioned from Volkswagen to Siemens. Siemens is a totally different production sector. Like they have Siemens, they produce trains, they produce washing machines, they produce microwave ovens, they produce windmills. So they are everywhere. Again, right? So from a mobile network to an automotive and to a production sector, it has given, yes, exactly, healthcare, power plants, energy, Siemens energy. So they are everywhere. This is only well and truly possible just because of data science. Just give me a second. I'll have some water.
So meanwhile, someone asked, what was your project about in Volkswagen? So
So I was assisting the Volkswagen auditing team when it comes to the number of analytics that they require. Let's say Volkswagen is a big branch. I mean, big industry. They have 9 brands below them, which
yeah,
not a lot of them knows. Because people can easily say, no, don't go for Volkswagen, take Skoda. This is what they recommend. But ultimately, Skoda comes under Volkswagen. And people
okay,
say, no, Volkswagen is cheap. Go for Audi, man. But ultimately, if you look, Audi comes under Volkswagen.
yeah.
So Volkswagen is a big brand. They have brands like Skoda, Seat, Audi, Porsche, and a lot of other things in this car brand, within this brand. So yeah, okay, cool. So I'll continue from where I left. So transition is easy. That is one thing that I would like to tell you guys. And so data analytics. I mean, you guys are now as a student, either in the first month or in the later stages of your course. You would have seen a lot of algorithms, right? It's all about machine learning, artificial intelligence, what you build and why you build. So I always recommend or advise people to ask questions to themselves before they start. Let's say you get a data, you get a bulk of data with which, what is the goal? What is the goal of this data set? So you have a data set in hand, either in a form of Excel sheet or any cloud that you could use. What is the goal that I should do with this data? That is the first question that one should ask. And why should I build this product? Right? That should be the second question. Because people don't even realize why they are building a product, and they are already half the way. So one should clearly understand the requirements, rightly said Chandralekha. So you should clearly understand why you should go for this product. And then the third question comes, how? That is where mentors or professors or courses, YouTube lectures that can support you. How do I do this? Let's say if you have problem A, problem B, how do I solve this? So get in touch with fellow students, get in touch with the team, and try to do a collaborative stuff. Because right now you guys are taking up a lot of courses in Insaid, and you could do a collaborative stuff, right? Exactly. Understanding users is important, because it's, how many of you know fast track call taxi? I mean, since I used to come from Chennai, I know I could easily relate with this example. So fast track call taxi was one of the famous call taxis in Chennai. You could relate any uh, taxi services back in your city, let's say be it Pune, Mumbai, or Bombay. But what happened now with the advent of Ola and Uber? They are just manipulating the algorithms, right? I mean, they are just getting all sorts of data from you. They just look into who you are, what you do, where you travel, where is your office, what time you leave the office, and how frequent you use the cabs. That is why even two persons standing next to each other, when they book a cab, two people will get two different pricings, right?
Yeah.
So have anybody thought why is this, right? We don't. I mean, if I book a cab from the airport and if someone else books the cab, exactly, that is personalization. Yes. So they do personalized targeting. So let's say that is what machine learning is all about. It learns by itself. Okay, it checks Vijay's profile. It checks Vijay. Okay, Vijay goes to office only on Monday to till Thursday. He takes home office on Fridays. Then it gives better offers for me on Friday so that I can be there going to the office. Just a second. Yeah. So that is one of the reasons. I mean, they do all sorts of these personalizations, and mind you, Ola, Uber, or any fancy car services, they don't own a single car. They just made use of the technology at the right time. So market fit and product fit is very important, right? So when they took the product to the market, all the other players are gone, right? The call taxi that I mentioned, fast track call taxi, or remember any call taxis in your city, it is close to extinction right now because they didn't make use of the technology at the right time. So that is why I say it is good to cope up with the technology, and that is why even we have a blend of topic today:
Yeah.
data science and blockchain. Yes, rightly. So thanks for taking up this topic. How many of you know blockchain? Yes, another question. No, -1. I'm expecting -100.
I want to write -1 as well, actually.
Okay. Okay. I could see a lot of newbies on blockchain, but a lot of known faces for the data. Okay. So blockchain. I could see a lot of guys writing -1 a little bit or no. So I'll I'll explain it in simple terms for you guys. So let's imagine a case where I need to send uh, some amount to Rawat here. So what would be the process? So either I should go to a bank or open a bank application. I'll probably have a nationalized bank or a private bank account, let's say State Bank of India or ICICI, HDFC, or whatever it is. I have to rely on some centralized finance organization, right? So I send the transaction, they hold it, and then send it to, let's say, Chandralekha or anybody. So they do so oversee the entire process. Everything is centralized. And with blockchain, this middleman is cut. We don't have this middleman anymore. So let's say if I want to send something to Mandeep, I'll just directly do it with the amount of transactions or the blockchain tokens that I have in my wallet. It is peer-to-peer transactions. And a lot of people start with this example, and that is also the reason why I started with this example. But blockchain is not just about finance. On blockchain, you can do a lot of other things like like data science. Like let's say if you have a child, you can get the birth certificate on a blockchain that is minted on blockchain and it will stay forever. So what happens at the current scenario? What happens to a birth certificate right now? They just give it on paper, right? They just give it on paper, or in some cases they could do it digitally, or you can make digital copies of it, right? What could happen in worst cases? Paper can be teared, your data could be lost, you could lose your pen drive, or you can forget your account details or whatever it is. You lose your data leakage. Exactly, data leakage is another aspect. But on blockchain, it is more like distributed ledger system. So once you mint something on blockchain, exactly, it's like a distributed cloud, not cloud, Umesh, because cloud is again a centralized network. Let's say Google, you use Google Cloud, and there is Amazon Web Services, there's a couple of other services in the industry right now. But those are the things that can again lead to a data leakage. But with blockchain, things will be minted on blockchain, which will stay forever for the ages to come. Even for the next generations to next generations, they can still come and look at that particular block, which is the birth certificate of that particular child, even after several years, right? So okay, and this chat sounds be muted. Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Okay.
You,
Sorry. I should
ah,
correspond as well, I guess.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
was me speaking for 35 minutes, and somebody says it feels like mute. I
Oh,
was, oh
okay.
God. It just
Don't
got
worry.
so.
You are audible to all of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so blockchain, I made this transition because I see a lot of traction, or let's say I strongly believe in blockchain as a technology, because I mean, cryptocurrencies are a different topic. Again, that is leading us to finance. But blockchain as a technology that enables us to do a lot of things. Like somebody wrote here about land records on blockchain. Yes, that is possible because over a period of 2 to 3 generations, we lose track of the properties that we buy, right? Because we used to say someone who bought a land. My dad's dad bought a land in Mumbai in 1920s. But where can I find that? It's gone. People might grab the land easily from you if you don't have a valid document. And again, people are asking about privacy. So here it is regarding blocks and transaction IDs. So that should be kept secret. Yes. I mean, even for everything you have passcodes, right? Right from unlocking your mobile phones to Facebooks or your Instagrams, you have an account password, right? So you have certain layer of security here, but then it will be minted on blockchain forever. That is the point. Even if you can find that particular uh, decentralized, or if you can find that particular passcode or passphrase, you cannot tamper that. You can just go have a look at that particular document that is there. That is the beauty of it. And finance seems to be the hot selling topic right now in this area, because I mean, of course,
Crypto.
everything is money here in this world. People love to talk about money of late. So, but the other underlying utility, we are not really assuming. And blockchain, what it also enables is the creator economy. So by creator economy, I mean, even if you are a YouTuber, if you are an influencer, if you are a TikToker, if you do reels, you can be like a company in the future. Because I see YouTubers getting paid in lakhs, right? You see a lot of influencers getting paid a lot. So if that is well and truly possible, blockchain will enable such creator economies. And have anybody heard about NFTs? Non-fungible tokens.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So we at bitscrunch, we are also working towards this niche space, non-fungible tokens. So it is like uh, a token that you can relate with you, because I could see a lot of people uh, doing a lot of gaga about simple arts or crazy arts getting sold for $1 million. But you have to look it from a different perspective. Let me tell you an example. Sachin Tendulkar's autograph, if he releases it on a digital space, let's say if he releases it in form of tokens, I would definitely go for it because I'm a big Sachin fan, I'm a big Dhoni fan, I'm a big Virat Kohli's fan. I would definitely go for it. I mean, even if it is overpriced, I'll I'll at least check for its price, right? Because that is relevant to me. Because remember the days where we go and collect wrestling cards. I mean, as a child, I used to do that. I used to collect cards for purchases that I make. That has become an NFT right now. But why is that? Because we live in a digital space, right? This video conversation is a digital call.
Yeah.
I'm not there physically in Inside's office. And the day you wake up, I mean, we used to have an alarm clock, which is digital. Our office ID card is digital. The Swiggy that you book for food is digital. Ola is digital. So literally everything is digital. I mean, how many of you look for verification texts, right? On Instagram account or Facebook accounts, people like, oh, okay, he's a verified account. Okay, then whatever he says is gonna be true. That is the impression that we have in digital space. So if everything is digital, people can actually mint NFTs. They can explore their talents and they can mint it as NFTs. And somebody asked, do you own any NFTs? Yes, I do. And I strongly believe in that. I mean, why do I quit a well-paying job at Siemens here in Germany and to start a startup? It is not an easy thing, right? And we serve NFTs, NFT companies across the globe. So to do that, it it requires, I mean, time and effort for sure. But I strongly believe in this area. And to talk about data visualization, how it helps, that is important. So analytics is always about visualization techniques. I mean, if you are a really good data scientist but you cannot express something, then that is where you need visualization technique. Exactly, Chandralekha. So you need one personally needs a good data storytelling, right? It doesn't come overnight. You cannot just go to bed and wake up with a great storytelling mindset. It happens over a time. So if you work for O2, it is mobile network, the business is different. Then if I switch to Volkswagen, I cannot be a storyteller right from day one. I need time. I need time to understand the business. I need time to understand the process. That is when I become a data storyteller. So that is the crucial aspect that many people miss out in this space. People just go after data science, data analytics. They do a lot of AI, machine learning algorithms, but then they completely miss out on an aspect. Exactly, Mandeep says domain knowledge. Yes, domain knowledge is very important, and at the same time, presenting it to an audience where a layman could understand. Because sometimes you might have to present before CXOs, CEOs, or CTOs. On the other day, you might have to present to a layman, where somebody, electricians, or um, anybody who is working on a train line, you might have to present to a layman. So you cannot prepare a same presentation and do justice for both, right? So that is where you need really good data visualization skills and a good data storytelling. And one should always try to groom that aspect of it. You can be a super good data scientist who could build algorithms, who could figure out why you should go for random forest technique and why not the other technique. You can be a kick-ass data scientist, but ultimately if you cannot present whatever you build, if you cannot tell people, if you cannot make people understand what you have built, then that's it. As a survey says, close to 95% of the data science works goes into bin. that is an unfortunate news about data science, because not all the data science project goes into production. So if you look at things from that way, one should seriously develop a data storytelling aspect and visualization techniques, so that if you get a great amazing result, you should think of, how do I visualize it, how do I take it to people, how do I convince people? Because ultimately the management or the layers above, they just look for numbers, they just look for accuracies. How accurate is your model? That's the first question. Whoever it is that can go with your product, they'll ask, what's the accuracy of your product? Even if you say 95, 96%, they're still gonna be not so happy with it. Yes. So yeah, any questions up until now? I've been talking all along, throwing off questions here and there.
So primarily people have been asking like the significance of a token in security. Like everything is digital, like you said, but how is
Okay.
blockchain different
Okay.
exactly?
So tokens. So tokens, like I said, it is all about relevance. So the reason why I picked Sachin Tendulkar's autograph is, if I take the same Sachin's autograph in a form of token to a German who is residing here, he'll not gonna purchase it, right? Because he definitely doesn't know Sachin, who he is. Because for Germans, football is like the god of their religion. So they wouldn't want to waste their money on tokens that has no relevance to it. So whenever you see a relevance, it can for sure accrue like a value. So let's take a case where you buy a land somewhere near Mumbai. First of all, why do you buy that?
To have some significance or to just own a property, like the first thing that's coming on my mind.
That is what people are gonna do in the digital space. So if you can accept a piece of place where a lot of animals can go on, even shit on it, if you can accept that as an investment, and you're asking, why does people invest on tokens, right? It is all about significance. I mean, whoever that is trusting, that is believing in this digital space, is going to invest. Nobody is asking you or anybody in this space to invest on this, right? Nobody is compelling us. It is all about conviction. The reason why I invest on NFTs is, I could see a great potential in digital, because almost all of my life is digital. So I strongly believe that if I invest on this particular token, it can accrue value. You should always look at the value underneath the token, not just the token. I mean, forget about what is in the token, right? With what currency you buy it. Today, you buy a token with one Ethereum. Let's assume that it is one Ethereum. Today, Ethereum is $4,000. In 10 years, the same token could be worth $40,000. The same concept. I mean, whatever land that you bought in Mumbai, it doesn't accrue value, right? Land is still the land.
Yeah,
It is still laying in the ground, maybe with a little bit of grass here and there, or probably the shape of the land is still the same, right?
yeah.
Probably the upper layer could have changed because of rain, thunders, and a lot of external factors. But why do you buy that? Somebody told you that this land will accrue in time, or you believe that this place is close to a college, this place is close to a university, this will increase in value. But you need to look at what currencies did you buy with, right? You buy a land today with, let's say, 50 lakhs of INR, or 30 lakhs, or 1 crore. Does the same 1 crore have the same value after 5 years? Definitely not. By that time, 1 crore will be undervalued, will be equivalent to 70 lakhs or 80 lakhs. That is why we have inflation.
Yeah.
So the same land that you bought in 2018 is now worth more. It is because of appreciation, exactly, and a lot of other contributing factors. So the Gen Z believes that it can happen on digital space. So that is in short about NFTs. And then NFTs, it's all about relevance again. I mean, if you, as long as you don't believe in such a technology or such a such a concept, you will not invest, and it's better not to invest if you don't have the conviction. I mean, who will buy the gold if they don't have a conviction, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if you ask Germans, they don't invest on gold. I mean, did you see any Germans walking around with 10 pounds of gold around their neck? Definitely not, because it's a great investment in India. Because I still remember gold's price was like 1/3 or 1/5 when I was a child, and now it is like a boom, right? 5x. But if you ask, go and even compel Germans, they will not do it. That is the relevance here. So the investment that you think as an investment may not be an investment for others. That is the bottom line. What you think as an investment will not be an investment for me, right? So yeah. And what are the disadvantages of blockchain? I mean, I see this question popping up once in a while. Blockchain requires a bit of technical understanding, so it's not so easy to penetrate each and every layers of the society. I still see a lot of Indian farmers who are not owning a bank accounts in India. I mean, now the momentum is shifting, but still I could see a lot of people using cash in a lot of places, in particularly in villages. So if the situation is like that, and if people are talking about wallets, cryptocurrencies, tokens, non-fungible tokens, is it going to reach the society? Definitely not, at least in the next decade. It is going to be the Gen Z or the next generations who strongly believe in the internet or the digital space. They will take this forward, and I'm pretty sure that in 10 years from now or in 20 years from now, you will see a lot of NFTs playing around. And by that time, you might feel that, okay, 2021, Vijay gave a webinar. I should have bought this NFT, man. Shit, this went 10x, this went 20x. You might think it that way. I mean, not in 10 years, but at least in 3-4 years. You'll definitely gonna see that. I can bet on that. Okay. And any questions? 10 more minutes.
So one question was like, how is data science being involved in blockchain now?
Mhm. So yeah, we are a data analytics provider. Blockchain is an open source. I mean, you could see certain level of transparency in blockchain. Let's say you may not know who is sending what. Let's say Vijay is sending this much of currency to Kishore. You cannot do that, but you can see which wallet is transferring to which. So that is one of the aspects that you have to look at. And we are providing data analytics to a lot of companies here. Hmm? So blockchain companies are a lot. They are evolving a lot. So we as a data analytics provider, we provide, okay, which sort of currencies are used most, what sort of analytics that are behind companies that are generating revenue. So we see the business insights and provide them to those people. Any other question?
Okay. So what is this process called as minting?
Minting, I mean, it's a different altogether topic. I mean, you can check out YouTube videos. Minting is where you upload some of your creation into the digital space. So let's say if people are using arts as a medium of way of telling things, right? People are right now into digital space, because back in olden days, people used to go to the art exhibitions in place. If you have to go to Pune, you have to go to Chennai, you have to go to Mumbai for the art exhibitions. But right now there are a lot of digital exhibitions out there where people can display their arts just by sitting from their home. If you have to do that, then it can be minted as NFTs. So you need to have a wallet, you need to have certain currencies for that, and you need to go search for a marketplace. It's same like an Amazon. Like on Amazon, how do we get hundreds of products, right? Because there are as many as sellers. There is seller Vijay who sells clothing items from Pune. He is selling his stuffs on Amazon. There is somebody called Umesh who is selling bottles from Uttar Pradesh. He is part of Amazon. So same way, you should be a part of an Amazon marketplace on this in Web3 space, and you should mint NFTs.
Okay. So one question asked by Pallavi is again, like, can you make us understand how a flow is in a blockchain and how data science can be used as a tool in it? Kind of a repetitive, but maybe she needs some clarification on it.
Mm, just come again, maybe. If
Can you make us understand how a flow of transaction is in blockchain and how data science can be used as a tool, maybe to analyze it?
Okay, so let's say Vijay wants to send $500 to Pallavi. Okay, so the thing is, blockchain, we both need wallets. So we need to pick chains. So blockchains are many. There is Ethereum chain, there is Polygon, there is um, Avalanche, there is Polkadot, Solano, so many chains. We need to decide on which chains that I have an account or Pallavi has an account. So we mutually agree, okay, I have an Ethereum blockchain account. I send a particular $500 to her wallet address. So she needs to send me that particular token address. Then I put it from my end, send it to her. And this transaction, we think this is just a transaction, but it has several data behind it. It shows the wallet address from to, what's the amount, what was the transaction hash, that is the transaction ID in the other ways, and which blockchain it is, what sort of block confirmations it has got, and what sort of token type. There are several types of tokens, ERC20, uh, ERC, several others, BEC, Binance Smart Chain. There are so many things out there. So one needs to clearly understand these data points behind. I'm just talking about one transaction now. Imagine a case where there are hundreds, thousands, millions of transactions. That is where data analytics comes into picture. Because I come in, I see if there is a spike in transaction. So that is why people say, right, there is a whale alert today. That means somebody has transacted hundreds and hundreds of Bitcoins, right?
Okay, so Miss MS Rawat is asking, how can blockchain technology be useful for small or mid-sized businesses?
Mhm.
Or as a blockchain expert, how can I explain to a business entity that the blockchain technology can bring some value to his business?
So it doesn't depend on the size of the business, to be honest, because we are a blockchain analytics company, we are a startup, and we are serving several other startups in this space. So the thing is, it it has to do with the underlying process. So let's take supply chain. Even it can be minted as a process on blockchain. So you know which particular package has been got at which station and what's the flow towards towards the receiver. We could do that on blockchain. And Arjun has a question here. How could
Yeah.
transferring 500 from a Citibank to HDFC be different? Okay, so um, traditional banks, what are they doing? They have all sorts of infrastructure fees, right? Even for 5 withdrawals or whatever withdrawals, after that you have to pay some fees for the bank, right? We enjoy benefits after the infrastructure costs of the bank has to employ, they have to employ several hundreds of employees, and there is infrastructure cost, there is account cost, card minting cost, and everything. After this we will reap benefits. How many of you are let's say paying a lot of fees for the bank transactions, right? it's the same. It's the same here. I mean, we are here. There are several different chains that provide gas that is transaction fees. Polygon, if you look at Polygon, it is very less. It is $1 or even less than $1. With the gas fees or with the transaction fees of $1, if I am able to send $50,000 to Pallavi's HDFC account, would it be possible with the Citibank account? And would it be possible within a fraction of seconds? If I send over 10 lakhs, would it be possible over a second? Definitely not. But that is possible with blockchain.
Okay. So, just a second. Yeah. So, one big question here being asked by Jeevan Rajgopal. What is the process for data preparation from a blockchain network? Is that possible somehow?
Some of the data points are open source. I mean, if you open Etherscan, if somebody can type it out here, maybe I can also do it. Etherscan.io. If you can go there, some of the data points are open source. So you need to build a DAG. You need to create a recurring system that grabs data on your databases. So by doing that, you can inspect the data points. Okay, who is doing what? I mean, you cannot literally find who, but you can find the amount of transactions that are happening.
So that grab data will have some sort of transaction ID and the type of blockchain we are using. Okay.
Yes.
And some other factors that I might have forgotten at this
Go
point.
into that Etherscan and you can check the number of columns that it has.
Okay.
Tons and tons of data sets.
Okay. So, yeah, someone sent the link actually.
Yeah, Muralidharan has an interesting question here. Entrepreneurship or data science or blockchain? What should be our takeaway? So I had a mix of all these three in my little span of career. So I mean, I started with data science. I moved towards blockchain. I mean, blockchain is a technology, but then I still do data science, data analytics company that supports blockchain. So we are not a hardcore blockchain company that does any new technology on blockchain. We are not doing that. But I have a bit of flavor on blockchain. But then entrepreneurship is my pick because this is where I learn a lot. It's been just a few months of full time at bitsCrunch, but whatever I have learned in these 2 to 3 months has been massive. I cannot even compare it with my experience with Volkswagen or Siemens. So yeah, thanks for the wonderful opportunity, and it's a pleasure talking to you guys.
It was a pleasure as well to have you here today.
Mhm.
So I would also recommend everyone to follow Vijay on LinkedIn. He posts regularly regarding data science. And since everyone has the access to the link, we had already sent them. So that's one way they can check you out. And someone asked whether you have some blogs or not. I know I have read some blogs, but do you regularly write blogs?
I mean, now as an entrepreneur, I seriously don't get time to write blogs. I used to do it in the past, but now I'm focusing on 2 babies. One is Inia,
Okay,
one is
yeah.
Finch. So hard time dealing with these in my life right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, keep checking on my LinkedIn profile, and if you wish, you can also search for bitsCrunch on Twitter as well, because there we post a lot regarding blockchain or NFTs. If you would like to know anything that is relevant to NFTs or blockchain, please follow these accounts that I'm just dropping you here.
So blockchain is a quite novel topic. Even like it was a good learning for me, like the land property example that you gave for an analogy to what a token is. So that quite helped me understand like How is it different? Like, okay. So that was a good example. I loved it actually, and I might research more on it. So thank you again very much. And I would also like the audience to thank Vijay for giving us a good example on blockchain, some insight on how data analytics can be used in blockchain, and some data storytelling about and career and about his career transition as well. So yeah, so we are receiving the thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I mean, pleasure. Thanks for your patience, even in spite of your dinner time. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hold you back from grabbing whatever you have in the plate in front of you. But yeah, such a nice nice set of people, always responsive, always being patient, and yeah, looking for more collaborations between Insaid. And
Sure.
if you want anything, just reach out to me on LinkedIn or Twitter. That is where Twitter is where I slowly started shifting my momentum, because that is very crisp, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if I write a lengthy blog, I prefer LinkedIn. But now with things moving at a faster pace, I started preferring Twitter. So yeah, please feel free to write me on
Okay.
Twitter.
So are we able to connect with you? Like, can you accept connection requests? Since I read you have 38,000 connections as well, so you
Yeah,
can't connect anymore.
I cannot connect a lot of guys, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm for that
So I
because
would recommend everyone to just follow you because you still regularly post at a better rate than most of the people. I know that.
yeah,
So I'd recommend everyone to do that. And I guess this is it for today's talk. So again, I will thank you for having for joining us today.
yeah.
Okay. So I would also like to thank everyone else for making this session more interesting and some questions that were asked. So it was actually quite interactive as well. So thank you everyone. Have a good week ahead.
Thanks a lot. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். நன்றி, வணக்கம். Final few words in Tamil. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.